How do you make an egg roll? You push it. Hello everyone, busygamerdad back again, picking up our session gameplay series for uh, our Roadwarden Tale, Windy Meadow. I picked this game up for the Steam Spring Fest, and I wanted to really show this game because I haven't played this game. I played Roadwarden. That was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen that video, go back and take a look at it. And I hope you enjoy it because this game is what really scratches that itch for like older styles of games where they're text, choose your own adventure kind of games for me. As being an older gamer, I grew up on this style of game before it was all action shooters and platforming and things like that all the time. This is a little bit of a slower paced game, a more methodical and thinking person's game where you have to read and understand and try and remember each of the characters you interact with. It is very much like reading a novel, and you do get some emotional investment in the game, and there is a warning at the beginning of the game for that, where there's maybe some triggering events in the game, some traumatic experiences, some alcoholism, some drug use, or various other things to be concerned with. If you have those points and pain points in your life, just make sure that you seek help if you need to. And this game may also be therapeutic because you can play through those adventures with these characters. Now, I chose to jump into this game and do our first hour and a half or so together. Right now, our character is struggling with a big choice. They have to either take this job as being a guard for a wealthy merchant because they proved themselves by killing some trolls. We're struggling with that decision because we would be leaving home, and our dad is the last hunter that's in the woods, and we have a real fear that if we leave, he's going to get hurt or killed. And our mother is already injured, and our sister is in some type of coma, and our older brother has some haunted past that he's not sharing with people or that we don't know about just yet. So like I said, there's a lot of things to unbox in this game. There's a bit of a timeline, as with the first one, where we've got to navigate through the story in a set period of time. And I don't know what that limit is. We'll go through that and see if it comes up later. But right now, we'll continue with the reading and continuing advancing our story. This is our father, Laredo, or Latro. He's the best hunter in the realm, no matter what anyone says. So we definitely idolize our father. So we can stay silent. So this is what I mean. We can actually pick our adventure and choose. I need more time. I don't know what I want. Stay silent. I'm just going to be direct. I don't know what I want. So Venna is the character that we have unlocked at the start. There are 4 other characters. There's 2 that have names and 1 that does not. So as you play through the game, you'll be able to find out who that mystery person is, I'm assuming. And I don't know if there's a requirement for ending certain scenarios in certain ways to unlock that last chapter. I don't know what I want. That's the problem. You don't need to know to make a good choice. Yes, you do. I need to think about it, that's all. There's no rush. But there is. Taking Argentina's offer would take some planning. You'll need new clothes, a travel chest, a blanket. You should visit our cousins. That's another day's trip. So this is the merchant that came to town looking for us to become basically a grunt worker, a guard for the caravans that she employs, and she wants us to work up the ranks. She's a very business-oriented person. She seems very strong in the ways of magic as well. I'm sure your mother would sleep better knowing what to expect. And then, like I said, our mother was hurt. It hurts me to know her illness keeps her in bed. 3 years of illness. But the flip side to this is the money that we get could potentially help her in the home. The knot you used here ain't right. Once you lose control of the spearhead, the beast will break your neck in an instant. Just use the one I taught you, little wolf. I wanted to try something new. Your knot is awkward. I wanted to try something new. I learned quite a few knots from Limus. They're easier to use. Who's Limus? Before he started using nets, traps, and fishing net rods to catch food in the rivers, we used spears, bows to hunt the saurians and large fish. His zeal has been weakened ever since he lost his foot. but his new methods turned out to be a more efficient way. Oh, okay. Fishermen ain't real hunters. Don't put yourself in danger. I've been roaming these woods for 20 years. You can trust me, or at least consult me first. You're not as awkward. I don't like that knot. It's thick, takes too many steps. Bandits would cut with a single swipe. Ah. Spears are for hunters, not soldiers. You want to face bandits, start training with a bow or a mace. You're too old for a sword anyway. I'm tired. I'm too tired to carry our prey now. Let's have a talk. What about the scavengers? The runners will catch the scent soon. And yet it's so quiet here. It may be spring, but we should have at least a few larger beasts by now. Oh, you want us to stay here for long? I've got plans for the evening. Do you now? Well, then I guess you're just too busy. But since I've caught your attention, interesting. So I think there's also a promise of marriage if we stay in the village too, to our childhood friend, but I'm not entirely certain. That was like hinted at in our first episode. I always listen to you. Stay quiet. I'll do that. Let's discuss what's going on. The trolls. When did they show? Oh, so this is about the act of heroism that we had. First days of autumn. That's when old Salvia warned me that they never stopped their hunt. She's a wise and selfless herbalist. Every 10 days, the village prepares gift baskets for her, and we sometimes bring her fresh meals as well. She may not be too kind, but she's irreplaceable. I hope Odysseia does her best learning her craft. Okay, so that's a character we can play in a future run of the game. And you can turn the land into a wasteland. I'm glad you remember. Oh, and can turn the land into the wasteland. The way you took care of them was impressive. Don't get me wrong, but now I've grown more and more convinced that even that was too late. They changed the forest already? Yeah. Last year we used to simply leave the house and look for wild game. And now we're forced to set traps, use bait, look for rats and squirrels. So the trolls are pushing food away from our village. They're changing the ecosystem, and that's a concern. Gotcha. At least there are more hares around, but the larger creatures were either caught or chased away by the trolls. Well, fewer beasts means more rats and birds, so fewer mushrooms, nuts, fruits, and flies. And Lemus told me there are more fish in the stream. Everything connects. You know where I'm going with this, that she's not needed. Yep, that's where he's going with it. You want me to leave? We need to stop hunting. It's not that we need to stop hunting. It's that there's no need for us. And I'm going to say, just tell me. I don't want to guess, just tell me. The forest is weak. We'll leave animals alone, let them breed on our ground. For at least a year, the forest needs some new breath. See, like I said. And that year is when we can go away. But what about our forest garden? Should we open it to the predators? I had a talk with Odysseia. We'll limit ourselves to startling them instead of killing them. The garden is crucial for us, more important than any wild game. Well, so fruit and vegetables and other things like that are more important for a human's diet. But we ain't some armed numbskulls. A good hunter can do many things, and who's this? Lacerda. Oh, the mayor. Lacerda. Our mayor keeps calm. Yep. So Lacerda is the mayor, and she was like our mediator yesterday when we were talking with Argentina. Would allow us to join the guards for a few seasons. I won't spend my days sitting in the inn. So we're going to be fine. There There's one more obstacle, but that's enough loitering around. Let's pull out our boar while it's still sunny. All right, fair enough. It's a tiresome task. The ropes are secured to one of the trees, stopping the boar from falling. So there's a boar up above us right now? To pull it, you have to fight every inch. Oh, it fell down a pit. Okay. Oh, jeez. Holy crap, that's heavy. Language. Still, it's all muscle. A fine beast to end our current path with. Will it taste good after smoking? I ain't sure. Boar meat can be treacherous. Now, let's pray. Of course. So, we also struggle with our religion. And there are religious sects in this game that are very pervasive. Some people believe certain things, and others other things, and others have no belief at all. And that was a big thing in Roadwarden as well. Maybe not a big thing, but it was definitely a component in Roadwarden as well with navigating some of the narrative. And I'm glad to see that they brought that back, because that was also something that was grounded in a bit of reality for our current world. Praise be to the right for the years we received, for the walls that guard us, for our strong limbs and sharp senses, and the gentle weather. We humbly welcome the taste of your creation. So this is just one of them. Help spread your meat wisely in our family, and among our friends, and help us sell the tusks and bones to the city folk. We'll share what you give us with Vates. Oh, yeah, once a road warden turned priest. Okay, your servant, to prove to you that we're ready to leave everything behind. If such is your will, so be it. Play along, stay quiet. So yeah, like I said, we don't really believe in it. I'm gonna stay silent. I wish I could pray as gracefully as the priests, shameful being a soul of simple words. So he wants to become a priest? You're doing a great job. Our village only needs one priest. I'm going to say you're doing a great job, because we struggle with our belief system, and I'm not sure the cause of that or the reasons behind that, whether we don't want our father to become a priest or if we have some interaction with the religion that makes us wary of it. Don't worry, it's about having an honest heart, right? I guess, but remember how father started to forget words and names once his hair got gray, until he lost the gift of speech. Our family ought to squeeze out everything we can each year we get. Ah, okay. Now, before we head back, take a look here. A smooth stick with blood on its end. It's a spear. Oh, a goblin found a thin branch and sharpened it with a rock. After all, no undead would have a reason to attack a wild beast, and no other creature would wield the spear in combat. Oh, okay, interesting. So it came here to stab the boar? Touch the blood, it's fresh. Goblins found the boar after it fell in the hole and tried to jab it, but didn't stick right. Okay. The grass here is trampled. I don't see no footprints. Oh, dear, goblins are just vicious little buggers. They could be slim from hunger, and that means desperate. I'm proud of you, little wolf. You do just fine in the city. So I'm not gonna say this is like, if you've seen the anime Goblin Slayer. I don't know how big or bad the tribes of goblins are in this area, but goblins are bad news. Best case scenario, we're gonna keep our tribe. They're gonna keep our tribe away from the village, or yeah. Best case scenario, they're going to keep our tribe away from the woods. But who can be sure they won't attack the farmers or snatch our kids over the wall? Let's head back and warn the workers, and this monster will fill up a whole wagon. We've got a long day ahead. So we leave it there? Well, I guess because we did drag it out of the hole. But if we didn't have a cart, we shouldn't have dragged it out of the hole. The third, maybe the second largest game we've ever caught. Wonder how it got here. So we're right in town square. Yep. Come to whenever anything unusual occurs, or there's nothing better to do. Okay, cool. Good thing you didn't have to fight it. We wouldn't attack it even if we got the chance. Not even old Sylvia's blinding us. Not without old Sylvia's blinding us. Gotcha. But Dad used to fight such monsters when I was little. Because Mom was at his side. Oh, I thought Hostia, our younger sister, was in some type of coma. She'd hit a charging boar right in the eye. She'll show you once she starts walking again. So that's us sitting here. What's all this about a goblin tribe you found? Just the marks and footprints. Victus told me they're just big, cunning monkeys. Well, in numbers. So that's our older brother, Victus. To me, they're small, furry people on paws. Can they be lured into a trap, or will you scare them away, like you did with the trolls? Dad's got a plan. He knows what he's doing. Look on her face, though. We're still worried. Will you get rid of them before you leave us? Yep, and then we're worried. She's worried. I may stay in Windy Meadow for good. Don't worry, I'll protect you. I am not leaving you. I'll visit. Interesting. I don't know how likely it is to visit, because these frontier villages are very isolated. So it gives me all three options. I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. Don't worry, I'll protect you. We haven't really made our decision, but I'm going to go with this one. I ain't going to leave you. I'd visit you each spring. Always thought you'd be here to see my first hunt. Dad has this saying. Me too. Dad has this saying. The right doesn't ask us about our plans. I may stay in Windy. Oh, okay. Say nothing. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll find a way to get rid of them. I ain't afraid. I want to help you. Yep. There you go. The tribe's gonna stand together. We lack magic, yet we're... Yeah, there's a typo here. That should be a comma right there. Yet we're able to outsmart the trolls. Like we are. This is were. Outsmart the trolls. We lack magic, yet we're able to... Oh, okay. Yet we're able to outsmart the trolls. Okay, got you. So maybe that's not a typo. That's me just reading the sentence too quickly. We can handle some goblins. I may stay in the village for good. I don't know what to think of the city. Part of me wants to stay here. So yeah, we are very conflicted still. Dad says you'll leave for sure, that there's nothing waiting for you here. Dad says many things, but the choice is mine. That's true. Goblins, gargoyles, dragons won't hide in the stronghold like some old lady, no matter what's coming for us. I'm a better fighter than most folks here. A spear woman. Nice. A spear girl, maybe. Still, it ain't your call. Dad and Lacerda will ask you once they need your help. But I'm ready to fight, just need a chance to prove it. Oh, don't be overeager. Don't be overeager. And wait for the right moment. You've got to listen to Dad. We're encouraging her to seek out danger. I'm going to say you've got to listen to Dad. You've got to listen to Dad. When we face trouble, we need to follow orders. All of us. It hurts to wait, but patience is the hunter's sharpest weapon. That's very true. No matter what, that is very true. Think of it as part of your training. And she's upset by that. I'm happy for you, you know? How come? You've got this job offer and you're gonna be rich. I don't even know what I want. Well, we don't even know what we want. I don't know what you're thinking. We don't know what we want. Being rich doesn't mean much to me, I think. But all the merchants say Baratus is a busy place with soft beds, all sorts of food, drink, and colors and loud streets, and all these bards and acrobats. And Windy Meadow, it's always the same. Oats with milk, same cider, cold winters, no music. No young men to have a walk with. Oh, so we aren't getting married. Okay. I'd like to have a visit of the city for a season or two, but to spend years there, I don't know. Distant grass is always greener. That's a very true statement. You can't take the job and bail after you get sick of it. Or can't you take the job and bail after you get sick of it? Would be wrong. I don't want to quit unless necessary. Can't play with our tribe's good name. That's true. She carries the Windy Meadow name if she goes out. I don't want you to be bored, but well, yeah, I'd miss you too. What an interesting opening. He's petting a dead boar. He's been doing that this whole time. Nothing creepy about that at all. Looks like we'll just click anywhere to continue. So now we're on to day 2. We're standing outside the church? I don't know. We'll find out next episode in our 3rd and final session gameplay for Windy Meadow. Hope to see you there. This is a game I picked up for the Steam Springfest. I will have a link for you guys if you want to get this game for yourself and play through it. I think this is a really awesome game. I like what they've done with it. It's a very slow, methodical game, not your action-packed FPS games or your action platformers or your Soul-like game. But it fits my gaming mood right now, we'll say. So like, comment, subscribe to the Busy Gamer Dad channel if you'd like to see more of this game or more of the random variety that I bring to the table. Hope to see you in our 3rd and final episode. Later.